Hey, my name's Josh. I've never uploaded anything to anything, so this video is probably going to be kind of rough. It's not going to be edited. It's probably going to offend a few people. I don't care. I don't care if it gets demonetized. I'm not looking for monetization. I'm not looking for likes, and I'm not looking for followers. I just want to use the little pathetic bit of freedom I still have while I still can and say a few things that I hope will help a few people, especially young people who are feeling disenfranchised by this nation. A little bit about me, all you need to know. I'm 52 years old. I'm an Army combat veteran. I spent a little bit of time in law enforcement. I don't hold any political party or put any faith in political parties or presidents or politicians. I grew up in the 80s and the 70s. One of my earliest memories is sitting in a car in a gas line in the 70s. I grew up in the 80s, which was full of propaganda. Still remember having Cold War elementary school hallway bomb drills. I just want to say that coming up on this 250-year anniversary of this country, every time I walk in the store and see all the flag flying and patriotic nonsense, it makes me sick. And it's not because I'm a traitor to this country. It's because ever since the inception of this country, we've been lied to. We've been deceived. The whole founding of this country has been made into a mythology. Now, this country wasn't founded by Christians. It was founded by Masonic deists and Luciferians who didn't believe in the divinity of Christ. In fact, Thomas Jefferson, when he died, was working on a revision of the Bible which took out all the miracles of Jesus and denied his divinity. If you go to Washington and see the monument made out to George Washington, it looks like a statue of a Greek god like Zeus that you would find in ancient Greece, and his pose is just like that of the Baphomet. This country was not founded on Christian ideals. It was founded on the idea that a few will control the many, a few will benefit while the many suffer and scrape by, and it hasn't changed since the inception of this country. I don't care if that offends you. I'm sorry if my lack of patriotism offends you. That's the truth. Every war we've been in, we've gotten into under false pretense. And it hasn't been for the protection of this country. It's been for the financial benefit of a few people while they've sacrificed our sons and daughters by the hundreds of thousands for no reason. I grew up in the 80s during the Cold War, and every bit of social engineering propaganda they could force down my throat from the time I was born they have, and everyone else that's ever been born in this country. Every time they tell us that they're doing something for our benefit, it only takes away our freedoms. I joined the military and I enlisted post 9/11 because of 9/11. Because I believed that we had been attacked. It is shown to be false. The claims of threat from Iraq were false. Massive stores of weapons of mass destruction, false. 9/11 itself was a lie hop or a my hop or an inside job. That's been proven. I don't care if you disagree with that. Couldn't care less. Here's the thing. If you're a young person right now, even considering joining the military, don't. It'll be the biggest mistake you ever make. This country doesn't care about you or me or anyone else that's not in the upper 1% who are supposed to represent us, but only represent themselves, whose only concern are lining their own pockets while they send your sons and daughters to die for nothing. Every war we've been in has been based on false flags and lies and deception, and has only benefited the bloodthirsty demons at the top, while our sons and daughters go and die for nothing. And it's only gotten worse, because now, through committee, they've passed another big bill where they're trying to slide in combining our military formally with another small military that seems to have more influence over our president than his own people. And I'm sick of it. If you're a young person, even considering joining the military, do not do it. Parents, quit encouraging your children to join the military. This country not only does not care about us, this country and its leaders hate us. And they've been sending us into the meat grinder since the inception of this country, and they don't consider us any more than a round of ammunition or a piece of equipment. That's all we are. That's all we ever have been. If you're in the military and you have the soonest possible chance you have to exit the military honorably, do it. Do not re-enlist. If you're even considering re-enlisting, please reconsider re-enlisting. The idea that we have a two-party system is a lie. Both parties are the same, two sides of the same coin. You can put it however you want. Two wings on the same vulture, two cheeks on the same stinking ass. That's all it is. Out in public, they fight each other. They get us to fight each other, form our tribes, start fighting in the streets over nothing. While behind the scenes, they're all friends. They're all laughing while they're counting their money and looking at their insider trading receipts. The political system in America has failed. And it has been a failure since the beginning. And the answer to that isn't to keep fighting each other. It's to stop participating. You don't have to participate in the election process because it doesn't matter anyhow. They put in whoever they want anyhow. I hate to say it, but your vote does not count. Your vote doesn't matter because they install whoever they want to install. It's all a mirage to trick you into thinking you have some kind of power. You have no power. And you have no say. The system is corrupt from the top to the bottom. Stop participating. You don't have to go out and vote. It's not your duty to vote. At this point, I've become emotionally divorced from this country. You want to call me a traitor? Go ahead. I don't care. I don't have to participate. I'm a resident of North America. This idea of America having been this shining light on a hill, no. We are as corrupt and as wicked as any communist country on the globe. The leadership does not care about you. The leadership is bleeding you dry and expecting you to thank them for it. And personally, I'm done with it. I'm not going to do anything violent. I'm just not participating anymore. Stop participating And if they do end up having another draft, I know during Vietnam, draft dodging was a real ugly thing. And you know what? It wasn't. If they reinstitute the draft and your number comes up, do not comply. You will have a lot of support. A lot more support now than you did back in the 60s and 70s during Vietnam. Do not participate. Become a conscientious objector, because what's the use of going and dying for another country that our president cares about more than his own? If there's any traitor in this country right now, it's him. And all the leadership on Capitol Hill, and you know that it's treacherous because it's the one issue that openly they agree with on both sides of the aisle. So you know it's rotten. Stop participating. Don't even think about enlisting. If you're in the military, get out honorably as soon as you can. And if they reinstitute the draft, don't go. It's not worth it. Quit encouraging your children to join the military for some patriotic cause. This country is not worth dying for, especially when we're fighting other countries' wars to make the elite more rich than they already are. The only change that's going to come in this country is when we finally wake up to the fact that our leadership hates us. There is no difference between the Democrats and the Republicans, because they're all on the same page behind the scenes. And we come together in support of each other and call out the corruption, call out the lies, and truly become united for the good of ourselves. The last thing I'm going to say that's probably going to offend some people is that you don't have to, if you're a Christian, and I hate even using that term because it's been so weaponized and corrupted just like everything else. I consider myself a follower of Christ and a Bible believer. I don't even like calling myself a Christian because the term has been so watered down and corrupted that it's almost become useless. But if you are a Christian, you are not required any kind of military service. God does not take sides in our wars. What a ridiculous idea. You don't have to be a flag-waving patriot to be a Christian in this country. And I just want to take this time I was in Iraq from October 2005 to October 2006. 101st Airborne Division. Lost around 101st lost around 105 soldiers during that time, and I knew two of them, Matthew Franz and Amanda Pinson. They're both in their early 20s, both serving their country. And they died for what? Grandfather served in World War II. My father and his brother enlisted in the Marines during Vietnam. My mother's brother Thomas was forced to go and fight out of high school with a new wife and a baby on the way that he never got to meet. He didn't last 4 months before he was killed, shipped back home to his family in a box. For what? That wall they have in Washington is a wall of shame. Not to the soldiers on it. Many of them didn't have a choice. Like my uncle, who was drafted and told to go fight in a war over nothing and lose his life. It's a wall of shame to all those that sent them, knowing it was for nothing. I hate making this video. I've been fighting it for weeks. Not wanting to do it. But I got to the point where I just couldn't keep making excuses why I couldn't do it and why I didn't want to do it. And I know it's not a good, positive message. But I want to leave you with this piece of hope. Amidst all this darkness, there is an answer to it. The only answer there's ever been, and that's Jesus Christ and his Father. And if you are in any way looking for an answer in religion, that's a dead end. Religion is a dead end. But if you're truly seeking for peace in this dark, demonic world, all you have to do is call out to God and say, show me you're real. Pick up a Bible, start reading, and he'll reveal himself to you. Just cry out to Jesus and say, I need you. I want to follow you. Just start praying and reading your Bible, and God will reveal himself to you. Thanks for watching this. I don't know if I'll ever post anything ever again, but I needed to get this off my chest. Thanks. God bless.